our Before the Bell broadcast and lead us all into Bam Cafu later on tonight here at the Star in Frisco. Along with Tito Mercado, I'm Justin Shackle. We have Charlie Parsons roaming around as well here on Before the Bell. For Pablo Lopez, a veteran power puncher out of New York City. It's back to action. Earned a 5th-round TKO over Mauro Godoy on March 15th in Orlando on the Ammo Williams card against Patrice Volney. See Ammo later on tonight. But he said he was heartbroken when he walked into MSG back on June 14th, only to then, on fight night, learn that he wasn't going to be fighting after selling countless tickets at the theater.
No, I can imagine how many family members and fans he had there. My goodness.
So here he is trying to move to 10-0 against the fighters, like we mentioned, without an official sanctioned match since late 2020. So he's trying to hand Valdez his first defeat.
I want to see Redmond use the jab a little more. You know, I want him to make it a little bit more difficult for Pablo to come in. You know, it looked like he kind of gave him a little trouble when he's shooting that jab out. That inside right there, that's exactly where Pablo wants to be at.
Yeah, Valdez utilizing the left hand. When we asked Valdez about his opponent, he said he leaves it to his coaches, but he said, the only thing I know is that he's been inactive, so that boy's in trouble. You're in a ring and you have a guy who has such a long layoff right in front of you, that first round, what are you just trying to determine?
I guess just kind of get a feel for his rhythm, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, guys that have a long layoff, they can either come back a lot better, or sometimes they act like they forget they know how to box, so they make it very unawkward and uncomfortable for you to fight. Redmond with the little Philly shell, I like it.
His most notable opponent was his last during a run of fairly consistent activity. As the seconds wind down, it's Valdez angling it out, using the footwork.
See, that's what Pablo has to watch out for. He can't just be coming in too reckless, because then, you know, Redmond might stick a shot in. Regardless, he still has 6 knockouts, man, so he could definitely, you know, any fighter could get dropped at this point.
Valdez coming forward in round number 1, trying to set the tone in Texas. Valdez coming in at 9-0. There you see. He in his corner. Same New York City trainer, Andre Rozier, right on the apron, right behind him, giving him some instructions. Along with Sharif Yona, Gary Starks. You know, you talk about a lot of people calling themselves the king of New York. Valdez and Hitchens and Berlanga, they've been so tight for so many years. Those are his friends from his youth boxing days. And they supported him after his run-ins with the law. Prison time took away his prime boxing years. And Pablo said when he was released from prison in 2016, he and Richardson went to Saddam Ali's gym in New York, and they sparred almost every day to get Valdez back in fighting shape, to get his career off the ground. They do 10 or 12 rounds almost daily. And he said it was Hitchens who helped him the most when he returned to the boxing ring. Just give you an idea of what Richardson's about. I know he's been on your mind lately.
No, for sure. But then he was sparring Richardson? I can imagine how much weight Pablo was weighing. So
he came out of prison 200 pounds. Dang. He had to take a lot of weight off. Yeah, and he did it.
That's a lot of weight right there. Yeah, I'm surprised not to see Berlanga or Hitchens here supporting him ringside. Definitely has some words for Richardson, but you know, it's okay. I'll say it for another day.
That's what excited me the most when I was told that you were going to be on before the bell, man. I'm like, I know he's worked the microphone before. All right, let's see how he does with the headset. So here we are in round number 2.
A second sooner.
Valdez with a steady line of offense here against Robert Redmond. Good shots to the body from both gentlemen. The counter left by Valdez. Just the busier fighter over the first round and change.
For sure, but I want to see Valdez shoot a little bit more of the jab coming in, or give me a little bit more head movement coming in, kind of disrupt, you know, kind of what Redmond's kind of seeing, you know, see him kind of just too coming forward, one-dimensional. I want the corner of Valdez to shoot the jab a little more, or make it a little bit more comfortable for Redmond. Could give him some angles. See, Redmond's making it way too easy for him right there, and I think that body shot just got to him.
Valdez sensed some pain being felt by Robert Redmond, and Redmond holding on here. Valdez's corner instructing Valdez to jump on Redmond here. They know he's hurt. And see if he's able to overcome those shots earlier here in the second. Valdez again, more painful shots. Redmond on the retreat, working on the bike.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what you're saying, man. But kind of the way they're throwing punches, man, it kind of feels like they're kind of a sparring match, right? Kind of not too crazy shots. Look like they're just sparring, man, trying to you know, get out there both safely.
So a solid round in the second for Pablo Valdez yet again. This is the first of 3 here on Before the Bell. Still to come, Nishant Dev, Laquan Evans meet up at 154 pounds. And Hector Beltran Jr. in front of a lot of hometown family and friends, going up against Edgar Gutierrez of Yuma, Arizona.
I didn't even realize that we had so many junior middleweights and middleweights fighting today.
154 is the showcase weight here tonight, man.
And 3 of them all kind of been in the same amateur circuit, right? We got Dev, Beltran, and Amari Jones, who kind of all fought similar opponents, so it should be interesting, man. I'm sure one of the 3 are going to try to outperform each other for sure.
Well, there's some fireworks at the Fight Week press conference. Nishant Dev, Amari Jones, Pablo Valdez all sitting on the couch with small talk. Pablo is in between the 2 young pros who met up in the amateurs, and they had a little bit of smack talk back and forth. Though Amari took out his Olympic bronze medal, and he had the medal do the talking for him. But Nishant, look, he moved to Houston. We're going to talk about this more once he gets in the ring, but it feels like he's just more comfortable now being in the States for a little while longer, and now being around the Shakur Stevenson crew at J. Prince Gym. I think he's more comfortable in his own skin as Redmond takes a slip following the punch, and he's on the floor in round 3. I don't know if it was one singular punch, Tito, or whether Redmond lost his footing. Either way, a punch did lead initially to that knockdown.
Yeah, I think he let off with the hook and then let the right hand go. I think it was more of an off-balance shot. But still, man, you know, with Redmond coming in later.
Valdez.
That's over. It's over.
Big right hand. That's going to do it. Pablo Valdez delivers in Texas. And he scores himself a 3rd round knockout.
Well, they call him Pretty Boy, man, but he sure ain't nothing pretty about him today, huh?
That happened fast. Knew his opponent was hurt, went for the kill, got it done here in Frisco.